Welcome to the podcast by Mary Pinn and Ola Bartolik. Our topic is how suspicion can change you. I found it very interesting that on page 272 at the start of chapter 33, it starts by saying, which recounts the novel of the man who was recklessly curious. And I found it weird how they use the word recklessly, because that usually isn't a word that is positive, and sometimes curiosity comes with being positive, but in this situation, it's seen as very negative, and how it, led to him, it didn't lead well for
I felt like
Anselmo.
I felt like curiosity, in this story, actually, led to his demise instead of leading or, achieving something great.
Yeah, they had a perfectly fine relationship, and he was so curious about, if she would stay true to him, and through his test, if she would still love him, that he pushed it too far, and him being, jealous, I guess, or being curious, it, took over what he was thinking, and led him not to see clearly and not to fully trust her. It led him to think that there was, something going on, even though there wasn't. So even if there wasn't going on, the thought was put in his mind that something was going on.
Yeah, I feel like curiosity, completely wiped out his rational thinking. And even when, Lothario tried to, convince him that his plan was, stupid and, why would he do that? He didn't really listen to him. He was just alright, I'm gonna test her and we're gonna see what happens.
I think that this leads us to the quote on page 276 that says, the problem is that I think you are not the Anselmo you used to be, and you must have thought I was not the same Lothario either, because the things you said to me would not have been said if said by my friend Anselmo, and knew you have asked of me what not have been asked of Lothario you knew.
So I feel like with this quote, it really shows how curiosity and the result of it can lead to a change in character, and change your thoughts and how you act and perceive certain situations.
And those thoughts, even if you've known someone for a long time, like how Anselmo has known Lothario and how they're friends, it can change with their thoughts of curiosity and jealousy, so that you become a person that even your close friends might not even recognize anymore. I was just wondering, what was the reason that Anselmo wanted or needed to test Camilla, and why he thought that she would need a test?
Okay, I think it's because since there was his life changed since he married Camilla and Lothario stopped visiting him as much. Maybe Lothario was the one that helped keep him sane and helped with his rational thinking.
This reminds me of how in the 1800s Germany was many different states, 39 states, and their leader Otto von Bismarck wanted to unite them all. And so, even though Germany was at peace with France, he created a fake telegram that was coming from France that insulted Germany and had plots against them, which got all of the people riled up, and France and Germany went to war with each other. And there was no plot against Germany, and France did not send the telegram. So it was once peaceful, but that changed when they faked it, and they did that to unite Germany, to get all the people together.
I found it interesting how this kind of plays in the story here, where Anselmo and Lothario and Mariella, they were all, or Camilla, I don't know where Mariella went, but they were all, was peaceful and I was fine until Anselmo comes up with this reckless plan. And the interesting outcome of it was that, like, they were, like, separated and not, like, united as I guess, because in Germany, the results of his recklessness was that, like, the people were united, while in this story, it's, like, the exact opposite, and everyone was, like, broken apart.
Just like in the war with France and Germany, in the end, they all died, and so it tore them apart rather than bringing them together. Overall, we learned that once perfect with Anselmo and Camilla was messed up because of doubt and curiosity, and that love can take over your emotions even when you don't suspect them to.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. I don't know what else to say.